Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look in the description, you will see I have provided chapters. So for example, if you want to care about all the collection continuations, or maybe to care about all the weapons and tool skins for example, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just look at the description, it's all provided to you there. And with that, good day, Rusk enjoyers. Hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rusk Workshop skin checks. Now, before I proceed with all of this, I should point out we kind of know what's going on with TGG. He's actually officially working for Face Punch now. So I'm sure he's going to reveal all the details at some point. But yeah, he's actually like working for Face Punch now. So I guess he couldn't do this, the lists and the videos out of precaution. I don't really know. But he'll unveil all of that at some point, I'm sure. So cool, at least we got a good understanding of that now. And anyway, talking specifically about the skins, over 100 as per usual, and it's a fine batch of skins. Oh yes indeed, lots of deployables like normal. So shall we get started then? So if you want to get the link to the Rusk Workshop skin checks for June 17 2025, look at the description right now, it's at the very top. You could go through all of these skins in your own time if you so wish, but if you want to listen to the docent tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away, pointing out all the collection continuations and whatnot, well, let's get started. Let's start with deployables. And the very first one just so happens to be a collection continuation. The Fallen Chair, or I'd rather call it as the Bone Throne. Yes, we have a very exquisite specimen here. Now, we don't get that many chair skins accepted, do we? No. So could this one be the one for 2025? Last year we got a frog chair, and then 4 years before that, then we got another chair. So, again, it's quite a rare sight to see. Now, if it sounds very appealing to you, what might you want to consider doing? Well, you could consider voting yes or no. It doesn't really have an impact in regards to whether the skin, potentially could be accepted, but you do give a good indicator to the skin creator and, good morale boost. And speaking of morale boost, if you really happen to like a skin, consider going to the comment section, offer some nice kind words. As I said, it really does give them a nice bit of motivation. Keeps them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. However, if you don't happen to like a skin, and you know exactly why not offer some constructive feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point, try and help them out. Maybe the skin isn't accepted, however, they could look at your feedback, incorporate it into a brand new version, and lo and behold, in the future, maybe that skin gets accepted. You help them out. Lovely. So, as I have already said, this would be the representation of the many skins we're about to take a look at today. So if you really do happen to like a skin, I'll always indicate maybe you could show some support. Maybe you could go ahead and vote. The choice is up to you. Best of luck to you, Upstar. But now, because this is a collection continuation, I need to go to SMDD and I need to bring up the Fallen collection. Because we need to question, if that chair were to be accepted, could it have an impact on all the skins here? Now, if anything, we're mainly wanting to see tier 3, but, it is what it is. There's a lot of active, clothing and armour sets at the moment that are just waiting for one more piece that have come out this year, and Face Punch keeps accepting new clothing armor sets, so I don't know. Anyway, I think the chair by itself would be a very cool addition. I just don't think it's going to really cause all the clothing and armor to go up in price that much. We'll see. Like, at the end of the day, feel free to comment below. Do you think this looks cool? As I said, the Bone Throne. I liked it so much I made a short video, so you'll be seeing it at some point. So yeah, I think it looks cool, and I think people will like it. It's just, I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on all of these skins. Tier 3 is what we want. Where is it? I don't know. So yeah, alright, I'll leave it at that then. So, best of luck to Upstar. Okay, so we've immediately got another collection continuation. We have Forest Raiders Fridge. Now, I've made a short video of this, but only of the version 2. I don't know the differences between these. Looks like this has a lot more transparency in the bottom, and this one has it a little bit more filled out. Okay, fair enough, that's cool. And you know what's cool? Forest Raiders collection. It just so happens to be very, very, very expensive. Would you believe that? I mean, the best green camouflage we have in the game? Surely not. Anyway, more specifically, recently we did see those 2 deployables being accepted. That was late last year. No, it was early last year and sort of late last year. Anyway, when that locker appeared... Oh wait, no, that's October Hedge. Okay, yeah, late last year. When we saw that locker, that was a big surprise. And then we started seeing more and more deployables being produced. Eventually we saw the small box. That was nice, but then it stopped. And then it stopped. So both of these skins actually went down pretty bad for a while. Even during post-Christmas, they weren't really that much. But now that we've delved into the summer this year, those are rising up ever so nicely. Now, if we were to see a brand new fridge, do you reckon both of these skins might spike a price? Personally, I think they're already up. I think they're already good. Next to no listings, everything's ripe for like a perfect jump in price. But it's already kind of happened. You've kind of missed out on a very nice potential profit, is what I'm trying to say. Because look at that, March, May. Wow. So overall, could it go up even higher? I mean, it's notorious as one of the most in-demand, most valuable sets in the game. I think these are going to just go up in price regardless. So you might have missed out on the initial jump in value. But there's no, you can still jump onto it and just ride it out, wait it out. These two skins in a year or two are still going to go up in price. Now, again, if we were to see a brand new fridge, yes, I'm definitely in the position of, I do think you'll probably see those spike a price, because there's not that many of them left. Alright, well, more specifically on the Steam market, 86 and 31. Point made, they're not too pricey, but they're still not exactly super cheap either. Point made, so regardless, for whichever version you like more, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Vlek and Igor, and let's see if we could get some more Forest Raiders deployables. And just to quickly remind all of you, in the past, we also happened to see a furnace, we saw a backpack, and, oh, was that it? Oh, okay then. I thought there was more. Actually, no, they did 2 attempts on the furnace. Now I remember, yes. Okay. Now we have some barricades to take a look at. Some of these are funny. Okay, let me just quickly showcase this then. So, this is like a translucent. Yes, translucent. New word of the day. You can vaguely see through it. It's not transparent, it's translucent. And I think people might think that that's cool. It's given off like a sort of thing where you have to like jump through it, but you can't. So, alright, yeah, maybe some people would appreciate that. See, just this is completely out there, like completely different. But perhaps people will enjoy. And it also happens to have a glow-in-the-dark version, so pretty sweet. Best of luck to you and Mr. Cegis. Now, over to here, we've got the Gabion concrete barricade. I've seen this style in the past, like for walls in real life and whatnot. I've seen it. I think that works very nicely. Nice and decorative and pretty cool. So Legacy, let's see if that works out nicely. I think a lot of RP bases would appreciate that. And if you're one of them, go ahead, consider showing support. But it's this next one I've got to show. The competition, road closed. I can't help but assume a lot of people would actually like to put that along the roadways and whatnot. You can't put them on the roads. That's the only annoying thing. But yeah, I've got a short video showcasing this. Just stick it near a bunch of roads and then, you know, stop people from being able to walk past a certain point. I mean, it's funny, but yeah, fresh. You made a pretty goofy looking design, and of course it also happens to glow in the dark ever so noticeably. So, cool. Best of luck to you, good sir. And for whichever barricade you like there, make sure you show your support. Then we've got some rug skins to take a look at. Okay, so happy raid day rug. What day would that be? Every day is a good day to a raid. Anyway, so I mean that's a perfectly fine looking, you know, rug skin right there. More decorative rather than, you know, like as an actual rug. But hey, it wouldn't be the first, would it? So best of luck to you, Nui. But again, which specific date? Feel free to comment below. Now we've got some interesting transparent designs. We have K Vladimir and Hello with their rabbits grid. I'm not sure what this is referencing. Is it like an actual rabbit cage? I don't know. But of course you can clearly see that's got a lot of transparency. And yeah, for what means you'd like to use that for, you tell me. But that's looking perfectly fine. And yeah, best of luck to you too. However, they're not the only ones that have done a lot of transparency in a rug. That's a wheel. A ship wheel. I actually asked, I was like, hey, can't you put that in a spinning wheel? No, transparency doesn't work in spinning wheels apparently. Dang, that would have been really cool if it was possible. I'm sure you'd agree. But anyway, that still looks nice, that still looks goofy, and if you're a fan of it, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Lakamu. Now, speaking of transparency and rugs, there you go. Bamboo! It's back. Yes, so could we see 4 weeks in a row? We shall see. Corey, Sodsender, you're probably enjoying it a lot. Just had the small box, large box, and the locker being accepted. They have sold quite nicely. Could we potentially have a rug now? And how would you like to use it? Would you be putting it in your windows? Would you be decorating it and put like inside your base, around your base? Feel free to comment below how you'd like to use it. But yes, that's another bamboo skin. So let's hop over to here to SMM and let's talk about the collection. Now, at the moment, the locker does look like it's going to be the lowest selling skin. But it's still currently at 15,000 subscribers and it will go higher. Maybe up to 18, we shall see. Anyway, the collection itself, it's doing good. It's not insane, but it's doing good. Alright? So I can see in the future a lot of people appreciating a small box because you can hide it in like the bushes and in the jungle foliage and whatnot. Large box, we'll see, but that's like the only transparent large box we know of. It's unique. It's interesting. I'm not sure if it's going to carry. But of course, with this locker, we've made quite a point to showcase that you could use that as like a bit of a barricade. You could put it on top of your base on the roof. You can hide behind it, shoot people again, hide behind it, reload. It can be used in such a way. We'll see if people will appreciate that afterwards. And of course, that is a skin that's abnormal. We'll be chasing after that tomorrow. So of course, look in the description. The links to all my socials are there, most notably my Twitch. And we'll be discussing prices to offer for that and all these other abnormal skins tomorrow around 9 PM London time. All right, so tomorrow. Okay, so we can't really figure out, like, are we going to see a spike in price and whatnot? I mean, for what we've seen with these consecutive acceptances, it's definitely kept the skins up in price, and I kind of worry that the second we don't see one, they'll probably start to dip. Now, if anything, we should quickly go look at it on the Steam market just to see the amount of listings as well. So that's got 215. That's not helpful, but it is kind of thin after those 10 listings there and those 10 listings. 69 are listed above $4. So if you're curious or worried about this large box, just want to clarify it's actually very thin after the 10 to the 10. So, alright, cool. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, alright? So, awesome. Regardless, best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out. But potential investments, let's get those abnormal barders done first. Oh, it's another collection continuation instantly. So if you've seen my little preview video that I normally put out every like Monday night, Tuesday morning, it's a bit late, you've probably already seen this. This is a super bright furnace. I've had this discussion before. Furnaces with like different colours on the interior, when it's lit up and whatnot, they tend to perform a little bit better. Well, that is super bright white, like super bright white. So this is actually a version 2, but I'm not sure what's the difference. Oh, okay. In this one, the version 1, the bottom doesn't light up. The second one does. It's like got a very cool looking sci-fi aesthetic to it, and I think a lot of people would appreciate that. We also happen to have the small box currently in the Rust store. Okay, so that's interesting. It's also abnormal, and let me tell you, with that small box being accepted, this fridge right here, that has gone up in price quite nicely. Oh yes, it was already kind of high regardless, but that's now sitting here with only 18 listings at $6.62. People really do be liking the aesthetic. Oh yes. But that's pretty pricey. You can't really jump onto that and expect it to go up in price ridiculously. But the small box is looking interesting. We should talk about that tomorrow. It might still be a little bit questionable. It might still be a situation where we stick with a barter. So we'll leave it at that. Regardless, both of these do look very nice, look very cool, and if you're looking for a brand new furnace, what are your thoughts in regards to what you see here? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fuff. Okay, we got a sleeping bag, and then we got some small boxes to take a look at. That is one stony looking sleeping bag. Yep, that's looking pretty cool. So that's produced by Mr. Yeah. Perfectly fine stony design. That's going to be good for your back. Yep. So best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. Thank you for the gift to showcase the lighting. Doesn't glow in the dark, as you can see. But I think a lot of people appreciate that because you'll probably be sticking it outside, won't you? Alright, best of luck. Over to here we have the Steel Mesh small box. So with the success of the bamboo collection, other skin creators have noticed it's kind of like the Heat Seeker skins, for example. Once those were getting accepted, all the other skin creators were like, well, I want to do that too. I don't blame them. So Steel Mesh, and a very interesting transparent design. And there's a second version with like no lid, no top. So, hey, if you didn't manage to jump in and buy into the bamboo small box, maybe you might like Steel Mesh. So best of luck to you, Mr. Wagan. Let's see if that works out nicely. And then over to here, something very similar, bone storage, produced by Zihan. So yeah, it's just got some thick bones on it, looking pretty cool. What are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And yeah, you wouldn't happen to be a bone all enjoy, would you? Haha. Best luck. Right, moving on. What do we have here? Large boxes. Right, we've got a decent amount of them, but one thing I've noticed is I'm seeing attempts for a storage collection. Now, I've been through this situation before, many, many times. I'll just sit here and say what I always say. Face Punch they just don't seem to be interested in a storage collection at the moment. I don't blame the skin creators for trying. I don't blame them for wanting it, because if they get a storage collection, they're basically guaranteed like 15 skins. And, well, who wouldn't want 15 skins to be accepted? And when people are aware they're getting a collection of them, they buy a lot of them. So, yeah, it's like super great money. Yeah. I get the feeling that they don't want to do it anymore because it's just unfair to everybody else. How come he gets to have consecutive skins accepted every week? Not fair. All right, cool. But for what it is, it just says ammo. It's red. Okay. I feel like there could be a lot more to that. But, yeah. It also is transparent, apparently. I don't see the transparency that much. I can't see anything. Oh yeah, I can. You can see right through it. Okay, fair enough. But I don't know. I don't know. Personally, with the recent storage collections that are accepted, Scientific and Graffiti, they really kind of distinguished each box. That matched the overall theme, but still gave each one like its own special identity. So I've already made a video talking about that in the past, and I won't ramble for too long, but best of luck to Himic. We'll see if it works out. I'm just having doubts. You're like the 100th person to try. And then over to here, another one, Redbox Armour. So, yeah, I think it looks cool. I think it looks nice. I just feel like you should take that design and put it on something else. Because storage collections, I'm sorry, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So, Jan, de Nouveau, for what that is, for the style, it looks awesome. You've done a fantastic job with that. It's just storage collections. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Hey, if you're a viewer right now and you like what you see, feel free to comment below and feel free to comment on their thing as well. It looks cool. I'm not saying no. It's just Face Punch just doesn't seem to be interested in this at the moment. And we haven't had a storage collection since, what, 2022? 2020? Yeah, 2022. Yeah, it's been a while, so yeah. Right, now we can move on to other skins. This right here is the Abyss Largewood box. Give that a good look. It appears to be in reference to the upcoming Abyss containers. Basically, if you've been aware of the brand new staging content, with many other DLC packs getting special containers, Abyss pack is now also going to get their very own barnacle-covered aquatic theme containers. Go look on staging. Look up like Protox, for example, and Shelby. You'll be able to see them. So cool. A perfectly fine looking design produced by Milho Frito and Sakati Simuless. Best of luck to you too. Now over to here, Laser Box, produced by Hessiam. Is that transparency as well? I think you need to point out that it's also transparent, Hessiam. You kind of do. It's part of the rules, so if you're watching this right now, quickly edit it, transparency and glow. It's cool. I wouldn't want to stick my hand in it. It might get burnt, it might get singed, but that is a super bright glow, and I think a lot of people would appreciate that. So best of luck to you, good sir. Okay, next up we have the Chain Link Large Box. Another transparent design. Well, at least it says cutout. Transparency, cutout, doesn't matter. At least it kind of gives indication that, there's something special about this. It has transparency. So, we'll see if that works out nicely. But again, because Bamboo Collection got accepted, other skin creators have noticed and they're doing their own thing now to kind of match up with that sort of idea, that theme. So, that actually happened with Glow in the Dark skins quite some time back. That wasn't a common sight to see, but once one person figured it out, other people saw it, also wanted to do it. And now it's just a common thing that you wouldn't even realise, would you? But back then, in the past, wasn't a common sight. So, okay, cool. Best of luck to your algorithm. Let's see if your one's accepted. Over to here, we have the Noir Largewood box. And yes, it glows in the dark. Not insanely, but, quite discreetly. Looking pretty cool. So that's produced by PL3 and Donny. Nice, cool-looking skull design. If you're a fan of that, consider showing support. And, let's see if that collection kicks off and gets accepted. And then we have Starlight Largewood box, produced by Alex Valera Work. It's very purple. Very, very purple. Do you like what you see? Well, consider showing support. Right, so those are some very nice looking Largewood boxes. Best of luck to all of you. And let's see which ones get accepted. We have one wood door to take a look at with two versions. This is produced by Rosato, the Woodsaic. Yes, the Mosaic wooden door, or rather, the Woodsaic wooden door. How lovely. And then over to here, we have a second version. What is the difference? I don't know. I'm looking at it. Oh, that's got lights all around. Oh, okay, fair enough. Definitely makes it stand out a little bit better. Well then, best of luck to you, Mr. Rosato. Let's see if that wood door gets accepted. Best of luck. Now we've got a whole bunch of sheep and the doors to go through. No! Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Like usual, always tons of deployables. So, we saw this last week, but it looks like Shino's tweaked it a bit. This is the blasted sheep and the door. We have a white and yellow version. And you can clearly see it's trying to give off like the idea of people are shooting at it because it's a target. So, alright, cool design. Best of luck to you, Shino. No appearance of glow-in-the-dark. No appearance of glow-in-the-dark. So, cool. Best of luck. Now, over to here, we have the electric furnace ship to door produced by Animede, Flutch, and Riza. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Yes, it's supposed to look like the electric furnace, but it's actually a door. Well, if you open the door, would it be too hot? Would you burn yourself? You didn't think this through, but it does glow in the dark, so that looks nice. So best of luck to you three, and I do believe one of them doesn't glow in the dark, one of them does. So there's two versions here. Okay, cool. We're basically seeing all of it. So best of luck to you. Let's see if we could get a lovely super hot door. Right. And then we have competition, because over to here, what do we see? Produced by Critorius, Vici XVI, and Coco Paymer. I hope I pronounced that correctly. We have the Void sheep in the door, and that glows ever so nicely. Not too insanely, not too in your face, but you notice it. It looks cool. Nice pattern design. All right. So that's looking nice. Do we have a gift? No? All right then. So best of luck to you three. Let's see if that works out very nicely. But of course, even more competition. Gator Pool sheep in the door. Yep, that's a gator. Quite literally. If you can't see it properly, there you go. Lovely. So yes, this is produced by Voodoo. A lovely glow-in-the-dark design. Do you happen to like the alligators? Probably no. Well, you can put them on your walls now. Quite literally as a door. So best of luck, best of luck. And over to here, we have the Toxic Residue metal door produced by 9K. A nice bright bluish sort of design. Does that have transparency? There is no mention of it, so I'm going to accept that it likely does not. Looks like it's all filled in, so you cannot see through it. Okay, fair enough. Right, well, best of luck to you then, Mr. 9K. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And the image appears. There you go. Yeah, perfect. All right, best of luck. Press start. Sheep in the door, produced by Domch, a very bright and colourful design. Kind of looks like it's a bit glitchy. During the day, it's got like a blue and pink and purple. But at night, the greens appear. Interesting. All right, okay. So that makes them stand out quite nicely. That's a cool looking design. Best of luck to you, Mr. Domch. Over to here, okay, we have the Infection sheep in the door. Produced by Gami and Bit. They've slowly been producing a bunch of these deployables to have like this infection spreading all over them and whatnot. They haven't had the skin accepted yet, but hey, we'll see. And this sheep in the door version happens to have transparency on the window. So you could have a horribly yucky infection spread all over the door, but at least have transparency so you can see through it. And yes, it does glow in the dark. The eye is staring at you. Oh god. So best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out nicely. Right, so that's all the sheep in the doors. Now we've got garage doors. Yes, there's tons of these too. Yippee! Don't you just love it? Right, off we go. Right. Have I got all of them? I hope I do. Right, let's go. So, Mr. Shedmon, didn't I see this during a Halloween before? Well, I mean, you're allowed to resubmit stuff during the the rest of the year, so could we potentially see Evil Dead Garage Door actually being accepted? And yes, that was a Halloween skin. But it looks cool. I can't say no to that. Look at that smile. It's just cute, right? So, best of luck to you, Mr. Shedmon. It's very, very different, and it glows ever so nicely. Now over to here, we have the Neon Vendor Garage Door produced by Scrapin. Yes, the shop is open, probably. I mean, it only says shop. And you go walk through the door and you'll find out. But yes, it appears to be in reference to the little van that runs around. Honestly, someone's got to do like free ice cream or something. Anyway, best of luck to you, Scrapin. A nice, bright, glow-in-the-dark garage door. Do you like it, people? Feel free to comment below. Alright, then over to here, something a little bit more discreet. Bamboo Craft Garage Door with transparency. Produced by Vold. Where's the transparency, you ask? Ah, well, if you look at it a little bit closer, you realise the whole thing is transparent. I'm not sure if that's allowed. That might be a little bit too much. That might be a little bit too much, Mr. Vold. I mean, we'll see. You've only got that version. If you know you're doing something risky, make 2 versions, one with and one without transparency. It would, it would be a lot better for you for the chances of seeing a skin accepted. But we've had like a ridiculous garage door be accepted in the past, and then Face Punch did have to backtrack. What was it called? It was 2023, December 2023. What was it? Because it was also going to be the same raster as Legacy Kevlar. Everybody was upset about the garage door rather than Legacy Kevlar, so the garage door wasn't allowed to get accepted, but Legacy Kevlar did with the Tier 3 face mask. You remember that now, don't you? What was it called? It was the Doom style skin. Comment below of what it was. I made a video about it. I can't remember. Anyway, best of luck to you, Vold. Now over to here, we have the Neon Relax garage door, produced by Dointskin DGG. A very nice glow-in-the-dark design. Just come over, sit down and relax. Enjoy yourself. It's the summer. God, it's hot though, isn't it? So best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out nicely. But you do have competition. The Fourth Dimension. Produced by Monomic Man. That's an interesting glow-in-the-dark design. That devil is very angry at you. What did you do? Well, you can write down below. Right, so best of luck to you, Mr. Monomic Man. Now over to here, we have the Flaming Phoenix. Dragon Norma Van have produced a very cool, stunning looking design. And they've also got a GIF here showcasing that it does have a glow in the dark ever so nicely, ever so brightly at night time. So cool. Right, well, do you like it? Feel free to comment below. And yep, just to confirm, it glows very, very nicely. Best of luck. Over to here, we have the Night Deer garage door produced by Okef. A pretty interesting blood moon design. Quite scary if you think about it. So yeah, that's looking cool. That's looking nice. The deer's just staring at it. Is he going to turn into like a were-deer? I don't know. Best of luck to you, good sir. And over to here we have the Hasmopocalypse garage door produced by Falk, Mr. 38 and Kostya Che. And you can see how they slowly built up the design, all nice and pixely. Cover that face. Oh, yucky. But yep, glows in the dark, looks pretty cool. And I did showcase it as one of like my preview videos on Twitter, so feel free to go ahead and give that a good look. I looked it up nice and close, looks pretty cool, and it's completely different. That's a very unique design. So what are your thoughts in regards to what you see there? And what deployables would you like to see them produce next? Feel free to comment below. That right there is a collection continuation. It is a version 3. It is Baby Hippo. So ever since we had the rock skin being accepted, these people, they've decided, or tried, they've tried to get a collection continuation, but no success at the moment. So if we could show you the Baby Hippo collection, or rather the skin. We had the rock, but no acceptance. We saw a garage door. We saw large box, we saw hammer, none of them are accepted. So they've gone ahead and made a completely different design for the garage door now, nice and green, cute fat baby hippo. But guys, if this one isn't accepted, I think you just got to move on, sorry to say. Like, you got to kind of get the point that maybe Face Punch doesn't care for the baby hippo anymore. I'm sorry, but yeah. Yeah, so best of luck to you 3. Let's talk about that rock. So, Baby Hippo rock. I bought 50 of them. It's fine because it was during January, post-Christmas, and I was selling loads of things, so I needed to buy more stuff. And I thought that would do a pretty good job of retaining its price. It did dip down in price, but it's actually starting to climb back up again. So if we were to see a garage door being accepted, I wouldn't be too surprised if you saw this climb up a fair bit, especially when all the skins look like that. Like, that's easy. It's like very thin. 10 sales, are we back up to the rust door price? It looks like it, or close enough. So, yeah, garage door very likely could be a nice impact. And I should also point out, we did have kind of quite a lot of silly face and animal style skins accepted this year, so that's also been a bit of a problem. It's not special, but if we saw more, then it would be. So, yeah. If you enjoy the Baby Hippo rock, feel free to comment below. And would you like to see more baby hippos? Best of luck to you 3. Now, quite recently, we got the Bone Forged Tier 3 being accepted. Well, now we have a Bone Forged garage door. What? I was expecting Tier 2 hoodie and pants and boots and gloves. Nope. Have a garage door. Okay, sure. I'm not going to say no. But I was hoping for clothing and armour. Or a weapon. I mean, that's not too bad. But hey, they're the skin creators. They are the deciders. And it still looks nice. But that Bone Forged armour, considering we've just got some grey armour literally the very next week, yeah, that's kind of starting to go down in price. How's the face mask at them? Oh, it's half the price. Really? $2? 99 cents. Oof. Okay. So if we were to see the garage door being accepted, would that maybe fare a bit better? I mean, I'd hope so, but I don't think it'll change that much, to be honest with you. But yeah, wow. Cool. That was a quick, wasn't it? I did kind of point this out. Metallic sets, they don't really stand out that much, and people don't care enough about them, I'm afraid. Now, if you get the full set, all right, that is a bit different. But that's not tier 2, that's not hoodie or pants, that's not boots and gloves. Nothing wrong with it, it's just I was kind of hoping for that. Regardless, it's still a very nice, cool, glow-in-the-dark design, and maybe they'll just go back and forth. Deployable, clothing armour. Deployable, clothing armour. That's fine, we'll see how it goes. And if you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to you two. I've made a video about this, a short video. You can go see it right now. That is a transparent glow-in-the-dark garage door. Now, we've already had the twitch drops in the past and whatnot, but I can confirm that is head height for the windows. They are low. Alright? And again, consider watching the short video to see that for yourself. We have to talk about the B collection. So, B door, small box. How's it look? Well, they're actually doing pretty alright. Oh, actually, more listings have appeared. Wow. You weren't doing too bad. Now you are. Oh, goodness. Well, that's a shame. There's only 17 listings. It's very thin. Anyway, looking at the door, though, the door is more impressive based on the fact that most sheet metal doors just go down in price just like that. But because it had transparency, because it had the glow in the dark, it has managed, it has retained. As we go through the summer, that very likely be going up in price regardless. If we were to see the collection continuation, the garage door, I do see that going up in price quite nicely. That could very likely go all the way up to $5 and beyond. So do you reckon we'll see the garage door potentially being accepted? I wouldn't say no, but I will point this out. Omnipresent, he has tried for a wooden door, sheet metal double door, wooden door. None of them were accepted. No other door skin they made was accepted. So, I mean, we'll see. It's just, since the sheet metal door, we haven't seen another one. So, best of luck to you, Omnipresent. Let's see if that works out nicely. So, alright, cool. But in terms of potential investment, I could see both of these spike and unspike and price, just to sheer lack of quantity, and the prices, well, they honestly feel like they can go much higher. So, right, yeah. Potential investment, I've already bought a bunch, so cool. Scrolling down, we have one extra garage door and a bunch of sheet metal double doors. And then that'll be it for the deployables. Cobalt jungle container garage door with some transparency. It does not glow, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, for all those people who like to cover their bases in jungle ivy or grass rugs or whatever, I think you'll appreciate this. Now, we've got a lot of garage doors, but we did just recently get, the sheet metal door being accepted, and it's currently the top selling skin. And, you could bring up the armoured double door, or we'll bring that up as well. Yep, there we are, comfortably in the positive. But I'm conflicted. Sheet metal doors, they they don't really tend to hold up very nicely. And as much as you can sit here and say, but the collection continuation, even then, I remember last year we had a whole bunch of interesting deployable collections getting started, and they kind of flourished as more and more skins were accepted. But quite a lot of them had sheet metal doors, and they still went down in price. So if we just quickly take a look at all of these, Shadowborn's like a great example. The sheet metal door is like the second skin to be accepted, and right now, take a look at it. What do you see? It's down by 22%. It's the beginning of the summer, and it's still down in price. Now, this did spike and unspike in price when new skins are accepted, cool, but as time went on, it did go down. A lot of the skins you see here are collection continuations. Quite a few of them did appear quite early, and yet they're still down pretty bad. So, just want to give you that warning that, okay, maybe I might jump into the sheet metal door now. Well, hold on a second. Now, regardless, pretty cool looking design, not super in your face. That's all intended, so if you like what you see, feel free to comment below and feel free to comment here. Best of luck to you, Cubist, but in terms of approaching the door, maybe you're better off with a buy order. It's an abnormal skin, we'll chase after it tomorrow night. Cool. Sheet metal double doors. Kit has produced the drapery sheet metal double door. It is theatre. Oh, it's exquisite. The curtains on the side and whatnot. Perfection. Lovely. Does glow in the dark as well. You should mention that kit in the name here. You don't mention it anywhere. You've got to make sure you point these things out. I'm actually very surprised people aren't pointing out transparency and glow in the dark that much. That's a rule. And that probably is the reason why you're not seeing skins accepted. So, Learn the rules. Right, anyway, best of luck to you. Gateway to Bamboo Forest Sheet Metal Double Door, produced by Flashback. We have two versions, one that's all like dried out and one that's all nice and green. So yes, which version do you prefer, and do you actually like the design? It's very nice and well crafted. Oh yes. No transparency, anything. I know some people might be curious, but no transparency, no glow, just some cool looking wooden sheet metal double doors. Flashback, you probably should make a wooden double door version of this. I'm just saying. Best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if any of these were to be accepted. But you do have competition. That just so happens to be... Oh, that's Armour double door. Okay, cool. That just so happens to be a collection continuation. It is a version 2. That is the Ultramarine sheet metal double door. So, let's just quickly bring up the Ultramarine collection, which, you know, just so happened to be doing very nicely this past spring. Like, I saw this a few times during the springtime, you know, the Easter dip, and all of this was doing perfectly fine. Now you might bring up the coffee can and the garage door. Oh no, it's down by 23%. Trust me, I've seen so much worse. To see everything else perfectly in the positive or whatnot, this is an in-demand collection. And I know quite a lot of you aren't fans of this set. Okay, fine. I'm not going to fight you against that and whatnot, but there's clearly a lot of people that do like this. And if we were to see an Ultramarine sheet metal double door, well, I think the lock would appreciate it. I think the box would appreciate it, and all these other deployables. I would like to see it happen. But there was quite a lot of competition today, wasn't there? Regardless, by itself, for that to be accepted, that's going up in price. We're not seeing as many sheet metal double doors being accepted this compared to the previous year, and pretty much all the skins last year have greatly gone up in price nicely. Oh, yes. So, looking forward to it. Best of luck to you, Jeeba. Let's see if this time we see it being accepted. And if not, try again next year, I guess. So, best of luck, best of luck. And this right here is an armoured double door. Produced by Kurama Project. This is the Blacksmith armoured double door. And yes, it does have cutouts. That right there, you see the hatches? That's not open. That is not open. That's it down. So you can see through it just like that. Very nice. Very cool. And then over to here, we have the glow-in-the-dark version. So, looking pretty sweet. Looking pretty cool. What are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And yeah, that just so happens to be the final deployable for this week. So, out of all these skins that we've seen so far, feel free to comment below which one has stood out to you the most. Which one would you genuinely like to see being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And now, we can proceed to talk about the weapons and the tools. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these rocks. Looks like we've got some animals. Alright then, let's begin. So over to here we have the armadillo rock. Look at that cute little face there, little feetsies and whatnot. He's all rolled up and whatnot. Pretty cool, pretty cute. Alright, give him a good pat. Best of luck to Mercury and Pretex. Let's see if that works out nicely. And over to here we've got the crocodile rock. This is a second attempt from MK and Sky Noise. All nice and green, all wrapped up. Cute little face as well. Just give him a pat as well. And over to here, it's Ivy. You can't pat that in the head. But it is a rock. It certainly is a jungle rock. So best of luck to Azzy. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And then over to here, it's the lamb rock. So we saw that small box being accepted, didn't we? And a rock was produced, and then a sheet metal door, and now we're back to the rock. Seems Alligator has decided to update it a little bit more and whatnot. So let's go over to here, and let's go take a look at the... lamb. Was it lamb box? Not lab. Does my M not work anymore? There we go. Come on, show me. There we are. Perfect. Right, so that was accepted at the very end of April. As I look over to here, one click, and there we go. And it's currently sitting here at what? $1.20? Yeah, there you go. Only 17 listings. It's not down terribly. There's next to nothing there. And I can't help but assume a rock probably would give it a bit of a boost. Just a collection continuation in general seems that'll give it a boost. So are you going to jump onto that? And as time goes on, do you reckon that these will slowly be chipped away? Like one or two purchases every now and then, and suddenly we have next to nothing and the price just goes up simply because of that? We'll see, but that is literally the only other skin we have. So for your consideration, what we're going to do, regardless, best of luck to Alligator. Let's see if that rock gets accepted. A cute bundle of joy. But there is competition. For what we have right there is the deep ruby rock. I'm pretty sure this is actually a second attempt. regardless, it doesn't matter too much. Recently, we saw the Tier 2 being accepted. Before that, a few weapons. Never got the hoodie and pants for the Tier 3 as of yet. But could we get like a large chunk of amethyst? I'm not sure what to call it, but yeah. So Deep Ruby, let's go take a look at you. And let's see how that's currently holding up. Because I was under the impression that we might start seeing some of these skins rise up in price as we go through the summer. Now, by default, we'd assume that, wouldn't we? But more specifically, quite a few of these skins were pretty down bad. And I have seen improvement. The AK, for example, was stuck at around $1.50. Now it's going above $2, so that's nice to see. But that Tier 2 there, that's not going to change until we see the other core pieces, the hoodie and pants, the Tier 3. Still hoping that happens. But what if a rock were to be accepted? I don't think that would change so much. I don't think it would change that much, no. Nice potential addition. It's just I don't think it'll have that much of an impact, to be honest with you. So, okay, fair enough. So, best of luck to YNet. Let's see if that could be another Deep Ruby skin to be accepted, but I don't think it'll have that much impact on the pre-existing skins. So if you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, good sir. Well then, let's now move on and take a look at these other skins. Looks like we do have another collection continuation right there. But first of all, Sun Petal Hammer, produced by Cassad and Expectro. Get a good look at that. Perfectly fine hammer design. Still hoping to see a hammer skin being accepted after a while. I know we've had 2 already this year, but couldn't hurt to see another one. It's weird because we use it so much and yet we don't get that many skins. Don't know. Anyway, best of luck to you two. There is competition. A brand new stupid monkey design has been produced by Ico. It's a very stupid looking monkey indeed. Got lovely little teeth and whatnot. No glow in the dark for either of the hammers I've noticed. But some interesting looking designs. So best of luck to Ico. Let's see if that monkey gets accepted. If not, maybe you need to be even stupider. But you got to call it the stupider monkey, alright? Snick. What? Okay, we're getting some really weird looking skins this week. Oh, he's got the most tiny little mouth. With a little tongue. I want it now. Damn it, NFN. Why did you have to go make such a perfect specimen? Well, if you're a fan of him, you got to go show your support. Best of luck to Snick. Best of luck to Snick. Right, best of luck. Shashik sword produced by Giliak. Let's move over to here. Oh, is that okay? Is that kebab? Sorry if I got it wrong. I don't know. If I was to be very, very generalised, meat on pole kebab, you could clarify things to me. It looks tasty. I'll give it that. So, all right. If you like what you see as well, consider showing your support. It's not gonna attract bears, is it? Or wolves? Or tigers? Or panthers? Best of luck, best of luck. And then, over to here we have ISI tools, stone tools to be precise. We've got the hatchet, we've got the pickaxe, and they are looking ever so nice and blue. Now, there's no mention of glow in the dark, no glow, perfect. So Zinc and Gunya, they've gone ahead and produced some brand new ISI tools. And we're going to go over to here and take a look at the ISI collection. I just typed in ICE. See? Right, anyway. The only skin that's currently in the positive is the sleeping bag. And that's probably due to the fact that it didn't sell that much. So, okay, fair enough, good for you. But all these other skins, look at the tools specifically as well. So, stone tools, I wouldn't be surprised that they end up in the exact same position as the tools that you see here. They are down to $1. Unfortunately, when it comes to hatchets and pickaxes, and it does apply to the stone tools as well, they don't seem to be very in demand. So if I go to here and take a look at stone hatchet, for example, come on, load up, let's go see all of these and how are they currently holding up. Oh my. Now that one's not too bad. That one is a fair bit lower. If anything, I will give it this. The stone tools, whilst they are down in price, they don't seem to be as bad compared to the standard hatchet and the standard pickaxe. So let's just grab this and scroll down. SCMM's been a little bit weird. I do apologise. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're all still down in price. That one's doing a little bit better, but not as bad. So we'll see. I just don't think the tools are going to have that much of an impact on the pre-existing skins in the ISI collection. But they still look nice. And I don't think we've had that many stone tools this year, so we'll see. Best of luck to you too. In fact, isn't that going to be the first ones? Let's take a look at stone pickaxe now. Come on, show me. Give me what you got. And we have, what's the word? We haven't had any in 2025. Seems like it's a perfect time for that. The pickaxe, whoa, you're in the positive. Okay, the pickaxe is actually in price. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. So best of luck to you two. Let's see if this works out nicely. Scrolling down, we have some bow skins to take a look at. So over to here, we have the Theatre hunting bow, produced by Bed and Ronan. Get a good look at this. Lovely bit of drama. The happy and the sad face. Oh dear, oh dear. Entertainment and tragedy. Oh dear, oh dear. But yes, a very nice gold trim design. Do you like what you see? Feel free to comment below. Right, so best of luck to you two, and I do like the Phantom of the Opera design there. Lovely stuff. And then over to here, muscle bow. Oh, so how come he's also wearing a cape? Well, that's Camo Legend Barurik, and they've decided to take out the muscle of someone's leg, and now they've turned it into a bow. That's are you licensed to do that? Right. Anyway, it's meaty. It's probably wet, and I'm not sure if you're going to appreciate that. But you might be a carnivore or a cannibal. You might like that. You might appreciate it. Best of luck to you two, and let's see if that works out quite nicely. Are you going to do like a whole set of weapons now with it made out of muscle? You probably could do a very cool thing with a jackhammer. Try and do that. Right, moving on. Now we've got handguns to take a look at. Or just two, really? Okay, fair enough. That's a lot of collection continuations in a way, but first of all, Moonstone Revolver, produced by Action 76. It's all nice and shiny, cool looking carved design. We aim down the sight, and what do we see? Standard aim sight, mostly white. Okay, fair enough. Looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to you. Now over to here, we have a collection continuation. Soulless Legion Python. Very dark. Very, very nice. Oh, yes. So, if we could get a quick focus on the aim sight real quickly, just want to double check, make sure that that is a red aim sight. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. I think people appreciate that. So, Soulless Legion. Isn't that just two bow skins? I believe it is. By default weapon only collection, you'd say, I don't expect much. But then you see both of these are currently in the positive. I don't think the Python would make that much of a difference. They're doing perfectly fine all right now. Pythons in general, though, I wouldn't really expect much. But if you think it looks cool and if you like it, consider showing support. I just don't think that being accepted would really change the bow skins that much. Still looks very nice, and as I said, consider showing support, consider voting for it, and best of luck to Mr. Verona. Now over to here, that's a collection continuation. Starry Dream MP5 has appeared. Right, aim down the sight, there we go, white aim sight. Don't take it to the snowy biome. But for what it is, still looks very nice. Do we have a gift? No. Okay, let's talk about the Starry Dream collection. So this is actually a perfect example of a weapon only collection. And how's it currently looking? Oh, there you go. Thompson, by yourself, you're cool. SARs, AKs, yeah, that's a different story. Too many AKs, too many SARs, I guess. They are very similar in their behaviour, but Thompsons, they tend to be a lot more reliable. So to see it like this, I'm not too surprised. And if we were to see the MP5 being accepted, I don't think it's going to have an impact, I'm sorry to say. Very nice looking design though, so keep up the good work, Sonar, and try for Deployables. I think a lot of people appreciate the clouds and the moon and whatnot, like a garage door and whatnot, so best of luck, best of luck. Commando collection has returned with a Thompson. This is a version 2 of a cutout. Right, I think by that he means he's just removed the sides. Yep. So, if you can recall what we saw, the Heatseeker Thompson, same thing. That, like, the panels, they're not that in the way, but everyone's going to always say, it's super transparent. Sure, whatever. Anyway, for what that is, it's fine. It looks cool. Now, if we go over to here and take a look at the Commando collection, because of course you may recall last year we had Commando and Black Diamond. They're kind of competing with each other. Well, as I look at these, it's not too bad. The weapon skins, though, they are down. But if you were to take a look at the Black Diamond weapon skins, quite a lot of... No. Black Diamond's doing not too bad. It's the recent Black Ops skins. They're down real bad, they are. I am genuinely surprised by that. What I'm saying is, they're looking pretty reliable. Would a brand new skin potentially help those out? I don't think a gun, but hey, we'll see. Anyway, it's doing pretty good regardless. Yeah, these are down, but not down too bad. and the hoodie and pants, the kilt, like that's still doing alright, still getting some appreciation. So we'll see how that goes, but I don't think a Thompson's going to dramatically change that much. But hey, transparent aim sight Thompson, do you like with the sleek black design? Consider showing support. Best of luck to COSAM. Well, there just so happens to be competition. Mr. Bear Trip and Hulk have gone ahead and made a Ruin Thompson. Now, by default, you'll instantly see that and say, well, that doesn't have transparency. Well, this one does. Yep. So, two versions, one with and one without the transparency. Again, it's just the panels. And if you're going to see one skin creator get their transparent design accepted, other skin creators will follow suit. Now, Bear Trip recently just got his custom SMG accepted with the transparency. Again, that's just like two little things on the side, but people don't care. They get to say, it's transparent. So, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Ruin skins. Now, if I could just go back to the previous week, we'll find the, there we go. That Ruin SMG is still in the positive. People do seem to be appreciating it. And in general, people do seem to kind of, they kind of happen to like these light green skins. Oh, I wonder why. Because, you know, kind of pairs up quite nicely with Forest Raiders and all that. Oh. And, of course, with the Jungle update, all of that got bought out. The SAR used to be so much worse. So if you're going to sit there and criticise the price, it was actually a lot worse before. So, honestly, that's looking pretty sweet. I don't think a Thompson's going to change that much for what we see here. But the more the merrier, and I think the Thompson would do A-OK as well. I think a lot of people appreciate that. But of course there is competition. Could it be the Commando Thompson? Could it be this one? We shall see. But I don't think that'll have that much of an impact on the Ruin collection. So, okay, fair enough. If you like it, consider showing support or the Commando Thompson. It's up to you. So best of luck, best of luck. I've already put up a short video of this. Just go watch the short video. Just go appreciate what I do, okay? I love whipping my cock out and pumping it up. I really do. And that's all you need to hear, okay? Now let me just look at it. My lovely, lovely cock design there. Oh, yes. Yep. It's also nice and red there as well. Yep. So let's go look at all the other cocks we've had before as well. Let's just go look at those two and talk about how they're kind of down bad at the moment. It's kind of dropped down. It's quite depressing, really. I don't think getting this brand new cock's going to make those other ones go up in price that much. But regardless, looking at it, you might realise, we haven't had a pump shotgun in quite a while, have we? No. So perhaps, maybe you would like to appreciate something like that. Would you like to pump your cock? Consider showing your support. Say thanks to Little Ranger and Graham Crowin. Now I'm going to move on, right? I don't think that pump shotgun's going to have that much of an impact on those two, but I'm sure you'd still appreciate that. And like I said, go watch the short video as well. I'm sure you'd like it. If you thought you enjoyed this whole little experience for the past minute, I'm sure you'll like the short video as well. Cool. Let's go take a look at some SARs. Over to here we have the Vanta Black SAR produced by GBG. It's all nice and Vanta Black. If you don't know what it is, Vanta Black's one of the darkest potential black colours we have in like real life. It basically absorbs light apparently, and you can't even see like features on it. Gosh, like the void. So yeah, very nice red aim sight there and whatnot. Should be good for all environments. Best of luck to you, GBG. That right there, that's a collection continuation. That is produced by Jessin. That is a sequel to like the SAP and something else. I can't remember all of them. We've had two, I know that. It's just I don't remember what the other ones. Custom SMG. There we go. Now, unfortunately, they're not a collection on here. So if I could just quickly look at Jessin's recent submissions, you'll see that the SAP's slightly down and the custom SMG went down to half its price. It's a weapon-only collection, and it's not doing too good at the moment. Sorry to say, but I don't think that will have that much of an impact. It's a very nice, grounded, DIY style design of a skin. Cool, I respect that. I don't think it'll have an impact on the pre-existing skins for that to be accepted, though. Fair enough. So, best of luck to you, Jessin. Let's see how that works out, but yeah, right. Now, Ditto SAR. This is different. If you've seen the previous ones, they're like blue and red. This one's now delving into like purpley pink, yellows and light green. I mean, hey, they're trying something different, because I don't think this is the first time they've submitted a Ditto SAR. Again, you can see right there it says 2. You read that, Hedge, but you didn't say it first because you're pretty stupid, Hedge. Yes, yes. Anyway, Ditto collection. Let's go take a look. Ditto, 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 ditto. Right, we have 3 skins. So if that were to be accepted, Gavahu, that means you'd have to do 3 of them in that colour scheme, and then make a different colour scheme and do 3 of those, and then, yes, that sounds like a totally normal thing to do, but it'd be a trend that makes sense. So anyway, best of luck to you, but I don't think that being accepted will change that much. Weapon-only collection. And, of course, AKs in general, Pythons in general, even MP5s, oh dear. But yeah, could that be a revitalising of an old set? We shall see. Best of luck, Kavahu, and if you like it, if you'd like to see more of that, consider showing support, along with the other things we've seen just recently. Right, now we have some LR300s. I know you saw what I just saw, but don't worry, we got this first. We have the Heaven Sent LR300. This also happens to have quite a nice bit of transparency. Nice gold trim, pearlescent white, red aim sights. What more could you ask for, huh? So yes, that's a perfectly fine, lovely looking skin produced by Pigeon. They're trying to get their Heaven Sent collection nice and started. So go ahead and take a look at their previous skins. Maybe it develops into something. But it does have competition. It just so happens to be Heatseeker with the exact same transparent aim sight. Yeah, What? Oh dear, look at that. Look at that. Now, I've already put out a short video showcasing this, haven't I? So if you go see that for yourself, by all means. Now, in that short video, I quite literally bring out a normal LR300, compare it to this, and yeah, you will see the difference. The amount of transparency you get out of this is ridiculous. Like, we've made a point that the amount of transparency you get out of the Heatseeker MP5, this is like equal to that. But how often are you using an LR300? Maybe they'll buff it in the future. Yeah, for a very, what's the word to say? For a weapon that doesn't get that much appreciation, we'll see how things develop from here, but that is probably the most transparent version you're going to get. But there is the Trainwreck's Blue Gem LR300 as well. If you missed out on that, you might want to look forward to that. Okay? Now, just to remind all of you, we of course kind of skipped a week. We didn't get the Python, then we did. But we already have like revolvers here. If I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I don't want revolvers, but more the merrier. If we do see either of these being accepted, yeah, I think the collection would be doing a fair bit better. But just to quickly clarify, if you've seen the AK, you might notice it only goes up in price when the new skin's accepted, and then when we don't, it goes down. It's pretty funny, but that is doing a very good job retaining most of their value. Not all of them are profitable, but if you bought them with a good buy order, cool. And with us approaching the Python tomorrow, because it is abnormal, we're very likely just going to stick with a buy order. I question if that's even going to retain, but again, if we keep seeing more and more of these transparent Heatseeker skins being accepted, that Python probably will just be comfortably sitting at $3 over the course of the summer. October time is where I expect all of these to drop down to a new low point, and that's when you should consider investing into them. Just saying. Alright, cool. Alright then, so regardless, do you like what you see there? Consider showing support, or the Heaven Sent LR300. We'll see how that goes. And now we have a lot of AK-47s to yap about. Yippee! Alright, let's get through all of these. How many do we have? More than you'd think. We have the Fear AK-47, produced by L4FER and Kerry. Nice, interesting red design. You've also got like the big face there. And when we aim down the sight, what do we see? A cool looking dragon style design and a not very bright red aim sight, which is fine, should still stand out in most environments. And what's different here? Oh, this is the stockless version. Yeah, if you read the thing, you'd know instantly. But no, Hedge, you're stupid. Yeah, well, anyway, best of luck to you too. Right, Golden Foil AK-47, produced by HSM. It is an AK, but I've covered it in foil. It's normal, shut up. But yeah, it's all nice and wrapped up. When you rip it open, there's chocolate underneath. Don't eat your weapons. It's bad. It's bad for your health. Right, you'll get fat. Right, where's the aim down the sight image? HSM, in the future, please could you aim down the sight in the light? Because I can't see it. You might sit there and say, that's fine. No, actually aim down. People want to see that. I can see there's a red aim sight, so perfectly fine there. But do actually like aim down. That's the picture most people want to see. You could show tons of it on the side and in artistic sort of view. People need to see the aim down the sight. So yeah, just point it out. And there's a second version. Oh, don't tell me he's got this one with the aim down the sight. We should do it for both anyway. Okay, but no, you should do it for both. That's like the most important thing people want to see, all right? You're probably yelling at me as I was giving you the lecture, but no, still do it for both. Cool. Right, and that one's got like silver wrapping. Yippee! All right, best of luck, best of luck. Sorry. But I was not wrong. Anyway, moving on. We have Skuret's Island AK-47. Now, I'm not sure what this is in terms of the design. Is it like coral? I think it is. It's shiny. It looks pretty. It looks nice. Okay, fair enough. It's got like that glitter, that sheen. That's looking pretty cool. Aim down, aim down, aim down. Aim down. There we go, perfect. Right, skip to there. There we go. Red aim sight. Lovely stuff. Don't need to see anything else now. We've seen everything we want to see. That's perfect. Thank you very much there, Skuret. Lovely looking, strangely patterned, but unique design. So we'll see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you, good sir. Well, okay, uniquely patterned and colourful. We just have noticed a pretty interesting competitor for your love. That right there is the LSD AK-47, produced by Say Chains and Cobra. So I'm not sure which colour scheme you prefer, but I think we could agree that's a pretty interesting contender. But what I also noticed is no aimed in the sight image. So I'm going to start screaming at people soon. But anyway, aim down seems to be blue, but I can't tell properly because he's not actually aiming down. Please, please, please. Alright, anyway, bright and colourful. If that's more your flavour, consider showing support. Best of luck to you too. Well, this one's a lot more different. Wicker. Enon, I'll give it to you. This is actually a lot more different. It's all nice and weaved. It's got some cherries inside as well. Oh well. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. Aim down a sight, perfection. It's all bright and orange. Okay. Actually, that aim sight's red more specifically. But yeah, no, that's fine. I think people will be liking that. It's unique. It's cool. The Dutch will probably approve. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Henon. Now over to here, we have Roll Cage, AK-47, produced by Zverand. Safety control. Oh, there's nothing safe about Rust, buddy. Where's my aim down the sight image? Right, anyway. So, I can't really see if it's... I think it's just a standard black aim sight. So, alright, fair enough. Best of luck to you, Zverand. Now over to here, Grassy AK-47. I swear I've seen you put this out before or something very similar. Anyway, as you can see, it's a very grassy, encased, like mossy sort of design on an AK with a useful red aim sight. Looking pretty cool there. Looking pretty interesting. But we've already had like 2 green AKs been accepted somewhat recently. And they haven't exactly done super insane, just want to say. However, potentially more options. And here we have the second one. This also has a red aim sight. This is literally encased all over. So version 1, there's a few metallic parts right there, but now it's just completely encased. So, cool. Lovely. I hope there's no bugs in it. Yeah. So best of luck to you, Dilroy. Now we have L96s. First of all, produced by Holodno Kolotinsky, we have the Isoparam. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Isoparam L96. This is a very significant project for us. We spent more than 2 weeks creating and designing it. The design and style of the skin came to me in a dream, and I thought, why not make it? I hope you like it. It was very shiny. Very, very shiny. So that one is the orangey, reddish pink version. And then we have the pure green version. Now, I know this is actually something they've just got started. In short, whichever versions were to be accepted, I'm pretty sure that's where they go from here. So if they accepted the green skins, they'll probably become a green collection. If they pick the reddish orangey one, they'll commit to that instead. So whichever version you appear to like, feel free to go ahead and show your support. Best of luck to you too. And then we have Venom Snake L96, produced by VHS Tonight. A very interesting snaky style. But aim down. I don't think it matters too much when you aim down without a scope on. But that's up to you. You do see a golden state there. So yeah, that's looking pretty sweet as well. That's looking pretty cool. Do you have any gifts as well? No. Alright, well. Yeah, that's up to you. Cool. Fine. Snaky. So yeah, best of luck to you, VHS Tonight. And that just so happens to be the final weapon skin of this video. So out of all these skins that we just saw, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? We've had a lot of collection continuations in this video. Let's see if we find some more. Clothing and armour. We have 2 backpacks, and what do we see? Chosen backpack. Okay, that looks pretty cool there. It's all made out of stone, it's all carved in. Nice and colourful to a point, but mostly greyish and green with the moss, the lichen. Yes, that's looking pretty cool. So, best of luck to Wildcat and Kusel. But over to here, that right there just so happens to be a tyre backpack. Now, we'll sit here and say this. The black backpacks, Blackout, Legacy Kevlar, they're actually in the positive right now. People do appear to appreciate them. Would they appear to appreciate some lovely leather design? Yes, tyre backpack is right there in front of you. So let's go ahead, just talk about backpacks in general. Where are the backpacks? I thought I could see one there. Apparently we don't. I'm sad. But we used to see these every single week, didn't we? And I was kind of getting a bit fed up. But if I could just quickly scroll down. Come on, don't be shy. There we go. Blackout, slightly in the positive. Legacy Kevlar, even more, slightly more in the positive. They are appreciated. They also sold quite a lot. So we'll see what becomes with the tyre collection. Let's see if that backpack were to be accepted. But I don't know if the tyre backpack would have a massive impact on all of these. I think it'd still keep it in the positive, because a lot of us have been hoping to see the tier 3. But Facepunch then decided to go accept 2 other tier 3 skins that weren't part of the collection. In fact, they've gone ahead and started a brand new collection. Island Assault tier 3. And, of course, last week's Boneforged. I don't know why. I am very confused. But I'm sure you are too. I don't know. Maybe they're saving it for, like, complete the sets late this year. Oh, imagine if they did that. But, hey, we'll see. Perhaps this will do for now. Or the jacket. Jacket might be alright. Regardless, best of luck to 1on J34633. Let's see if that works out nicely. And, yeah, cool. But if that backpack were to be accepted, I don't think it's going to have a massive impact. I think, as I said, this will just kind of stay where it is, which is fine. The more the merrier. So, okay, cool. Now over to here, we have some interesting primitive skins to take a look at. Jungle Protection, made by the man who made the Arctic Protection clothing. Well, this is Jungle Protection Burlap. If this were to be accepted, I might be jumping onto that pretty crazily. I invested quite nicely in the Arctic Protection. I made some pretty good profit out of that, and I still own a decent amount of it. So let's see if that works out nicely. This, if it were to be accepted, yeah, I think a lot of people would buy that. I think a lot of people would buy that. So yeah, best of luck to you, loser. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now, this over here is the handmade bandana and poncho. This is produced by Oasis and Isaac. Get a good look at that. I'm not sure what it's made out, though. Is that made out of sheet metal, spare parts, DIY style? Looks like it is. It's a bit rusted as well. So, okay, that's looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you two. Let's see if that gets accepted. And then over to here. We saw it last week, but it's back again. We have Black Alligator. Now, this is a version 2 for the hoodie and pants. We've already talked about this. If we were to see another core piece, of course, the pre-existing core pieces was Bucket Mines, Bucket Price. So Black Alligator, how you doing? How you doing? We can see that the tier 3, it's kind of dropped off a fair bit, unfortunately, but it has sold a lot more compared to the tier 2. Tier 2's doing a little bit better, but we're kind of like sitting around going, well, where's the boots and gloves? Where's the hoodie and pants? Just to remind you, hoodie and pants were submitted the previous week, but this is the alternate version. So, I did mention this earlier. There's a lot of active collections at the moment, just hoping to see one more acceptance. Just saying. I don't know what's going on. But yes, hoodie and pants would definitely cause those to go up in price. They're ever so nice. More specifically, the tier 2. That might be in trouble. That very likely might be in trouble. If we were to see the hoodie and pants and that goes up in price, you should consider selling. Cool. Right then. So, best of luck to Viduka. Let's see if that were to be, potentially be accepted. Let's see if it gets accepted this time. Best of luck, best of luck. Now over to here, we have a brand new potential tier 2 set, Bulldozer, produced by RR3. And where's the anime girl tier 3? Come on. Popstar tier 3. Don't be afraid of it, RR3. Make some very scary anime tier 3. Now, this is apparently a set. Seems he's got a full thing there, but it doesn't show up. So he's probably already made a weapon or something. Alright, cool. So, yes, I'm going to turn myself into a transformer. Yes. Transformers. Just go. Anyway, best of luck to you, R3. Let's see if that works out nicely. Pretty cool looking design. If you like it, consider showing support. And then over to here, well, I've got to be brutally honest with you. With the recent brand new tier 3 pieces being accepted, multi-eye Hippo stamped in, I don't blame you. Face Punch seems to be averse to accepting collection continuations that are tier 3 armour. Might as well just go put out a brand new one instead. Oh, imagine if that gets accepted. Right, anyway, for what it is, perfectly fine looking design. That is looking pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure by the time you're watching this tomorrow, more pictures will be provided. They tend to add a few more a little bit later on, so best of luck to you two. Let's see if that turns into a brand new collection, and that just so happens to be all the clothing and armour. Yep, not that much this week. So out of all the skins we've discussed and showcased today, which ones were your favourite? Feel free to write them out, you know. Give me a good idea, maybe put out a bingo of what you think will be the skins to be accepted. Right, so that is essentially everything. Video was a bit long, yeah, but there's a lot of collection continuations today. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. I reasonably try to at least point out every single skin that's been submitted, because then if it wasn't, it'd be a bit unfair. So, yeah, I try. That's why the videos end up quite long, sorry. So we'll see these skins tomorrow. They are abnormal, and I would recommend you come and visit. Like I said, once we hit 1 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning, so I'll start the stream Wednesday night. We'll wait it out, talk about prices and whatnot. We'll race to put those barters down. If you've never seen it before, I'd definitely recommend it that you go ahead and watch. It's insightful, and you'll learn that it's a great thing to do because you can get an early look at a lot of these skins to see if they actually have the demand to keep the price up with the barters they have and how high they go their prices. So cool. Right then, anything else we could talk about? Micro522.com. So I don't always show this because I kind of forget, but in the description right now, if you just scroll down, you'll see the link to this website, micro522.com. You will see all the skins in order of their total score. Now, score is an amalgamation of like upvotes versus downvotes, and then like favorites and whatnot. In short, I can give you an early insight to skins that have a lot of votes. So that was from the previous week. There's the Heatseeker LR300 with a score of 67.9. That's pretty high. And then over to here, we have the Neon Cage Ammo Lodge with box. A lot of people would love to see a storage collection. It's just, I don't think it'll happen. But clearly people support it. But what does Face Punch think? Jungle Protection, not too surprised by that. There is the Jungle Cobalt Jungle Container Garage Door there with its transparency. There's the other part of the burlap, and then here we have Forest Raiders Fridge and another red box, another storage collection proposal. So yeah, I'm not against it. It's just I know it's very likely, most likely, 99% most likely not going to get accepted. Face Punch doesn't seem to like storage collections anymore. So yeah, and then there's the Fallen Chair and Snake. Anyway, so cool, nice, lovely. So yeah, that's basically everything. And like what we said at the very beginning of the video, TGG seems to be now in an official role within Face Punch. So from here now, based on what he said, he can't produce collections anymore, top picks, at least publicly, I guess. Anyway, if you would like to potentially build up your own followed authors list, because when I look at all the skins, it's all presented in a lovely manner such as this. Where did you submit that again, Zid Skipper? And he didn't tell me. He did not tell me. No message, nothing. You're lucky I caught this. Green Man, Deer Skull Mask, and Poncho. I do believe a certain Green Man is about to have his birthday soon, so if he's also watching this, props to you, good sir. You've done a wonderful thing with your Art of Rust community. But yes, that is a Deer Skull Mask and Poncho. I'll add it to the collection, don't worry. But why didn't you message me? Ugh. Zed Skipper, Dark Schneider, and Monstera, lovely piece of work. Maybe that gets accepted. It'd be cool, but yeah. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about how all these skins are presented to me in a lovely manner, nice and presentable, and if you're envious, but would you like to, potentially emulate me? Would you like to build up your own followed authors list? Look at the top right corner of this video right now. You'll see a special card has appeared. If you were to click it, I'll navigate you to a video to showcase how you can build up your own followed authors list. There's different ways and you can do it. It's up to you how you proceed. Cool. So, that is essentially everything. And as I've alluded to throughout all this video, I always put out shorts I've already made a short of the pump shotgun, the B garage door, the nice little preview there of several skins, the heat seeker LR300. It's all there. It's all there. Because if I did it in this video as well, it'll go on for even longer. In fact, me rambling right now is making the video go even longer. Look what you made me do. Unbelievable. So anyway, we'll see how things proceed from here. Maybe in the future I might do 2 separate videos where I kind of only showcase the collection continuations in a video, and then with what I do here, I don't stop and talk about all the collection continuations. I just show all of them. But a dedicated video would be there to point out all the collection continuations and showcase them. Is that something you'd like to see? I'll consider it. I just got to figure out like how long would this take to record, and then record that. We'll figure it out. All right, so cool. That's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. And don't forget, next week, Bellum Twitch drops. All right, Bellum Twitch drops. So if we could just quickly hop back over to here. If you were to go search for collections, we are still waiting for all of them to be unveiled, because I think we're still waiting for free. So if I were to go over to here, I have to link it in the description to help you out. Here is the official list. We have 11 now. Yep. So we're waiting for an Exocast skin and 2 generic drops. 14 in total. So this collection link will be linked in the description. And yeah, June 25 to July 2nd. A lot of very interesting skins. Transparent aim sight AK-47s, for example. And this SAR. If you don't know about it, you're going to find out about it very quickly. So, cool. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you. Goodbye.